cultural cascades, praising principals, and model citizens. All this and more as the Stafford Weekly News starts now. Welcome to the Friday, May 16th edition of the Stafford Weekly News. I'm Randall Williams. Fort Bend is proud of its diversity, and what better way to showcase our many cultures than with a multicultural festival? Every year, the George Memorial Library in Richmond hosts a multicultural festival, spotlighting the diversity of the county, its contributions, and arts. One of the groups performing was the North America Youth Chinese Orchestra.
I attended this summer camp, and it was pretty cool because we had alumni who are now graduated, but they were teenagers during that time, and they taught us at a summer camp, and then I just fell in love with Peapod, and I met so many cool people there, and it was really interesting. And then so I decided to join the orchestra. Yeah.
Okay, so how long have you been playing?
I think this summer will be 10 years.
You're an old timer.
Yeah, I'm one of the oldest people here, I think.
I play the guzheng, which is the long instrument with a bunch of strings on it.
That's how most of us identify that instrument.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, what got you involved?
Well, same thing as Kay. I attended the summer camp. There were a lot of seniors there, and they asked us which instrument to play, and obviously I chose the cooler looking one. And I honestly fell in love with it afterwards, and yeah. Well, it took me about a year to be fully proficient. Yeah, and we do these things called testing to level up, I guess you could say, yeah. And so I've been playing for around 10 years now, so I guess you could say that I've leveled up to the max.
The first time I saw NACO was at the Museum of Fine Arts performance a few years ago. And when I first saw the guzheng, I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I was really interested in how it worked because I'd only ever been familiar with Western instruments, and so Chinese instruments was something different, and I was interested in learning it. And so I was introduced to our instructor, Wu Changlu, and from there I've been learning for about 8 years. You can actually check out our website, which is www.nayco.org, that's NAYCO.org, or our Instagram, which is NACO_orchestra, again, NAYCO. We post a lot about upcoming events and future performances. We actually have a performance next Sunday on May 18th at 4 p.m. at Tompkins High School in Katy. It would be really cool if you guys could come check us out.
Also performing was the Garage Arts Project.
We are a relatively new arts organization founded right just around the pandemic. We believe in bringing different cultures together. We are a performing arts organization, so we bring different artists together and different audiences together. Cross-cultural, cross-genre collaboration in the performing arts, and it's multidisciplinary, so we do a lot of visual arts, theater as well, in addition to performing arts. We foster kind of bringing different communities together. We want to engage with them, and the arts and culture represent the communities we live in. And by bringing together different communities, bringing together different cultures and art forms together, we believe it opens up a lot of creative possibilities, both for the artist and the audience. So it's been an interesting journey. We curate multiple events and festivals. Bridges is our annual festival that we do every year. And this year we have a very interesting theme. called Fragments of Us. Okay, so basically what Fragments of Us is, it's a community art initiative, and that explores broken relationships and the things that we are holding on to from broken relationships in the past, and use art as a healing way to actually come over them and let go of some things that we are still holding on to in order to heal and move forward. So we are asking the community to share stories of memories or things, that fragments they're holding on to from their past broken relationships. Share them as stories to us. We have a link and which will take you to the website, and your stories will be converted into moving art. We will curate that into performing arts or visual arts. We have an excellent team of artists that will come together to get inspired by your stories and create art. So it's a community-wide initiative, yeah.
For Stafford Weekly News, this is Randall Williams. Athletic achievements, next. The end of the school year approaches, so it must be time to honor some folks. The Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce hosted school principals and superintendents to say thank you.
On May 8th, the Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce hosted its annual Principals Appreciation Reception, an event that brings together educators, business leaders, and community members to recognize the vital role principals play in our public schools. Principals from Fort Bend ISD, Lamar Consolidated ISD, and Stafford MSD were honored for their leadership and commitment to students and staff. The event is part of a broader effort by the Chamber to strengthen relationships between the business community and the local education systems. Through its education division, the Chamber works year-round to align workforce needs with educational opportunities. This includes promoting internships, technical training pathways, and leadership development programs that benefit both students and educators. The Principals Appreciation Reception is a platform for meaningful dialogue. Local companies sponsor the event not only to show gratitude, but to build long-term partnerships that support the schools beyond the classroom. Together, the Chamber and area school districts advocate for quality education, engage in policy discussions, and support initiatives that prepare the next generation of workers and leaders in Fort Bend County. Events like these highlight how community collaboration can make a measurable impact in education.
You are the CEO of your building. And we always talk about in our district how leadership matters. Because when you have a good leader, it doesn't matter if you're having challenging times or things are really smooth. Good leaders are going to be able to navigate and manage all the different things that you have to navigate.
Well, I want to just echo those remarks that Dr. Smith just got through making, because leadership does matter. And I always say, in the absence of leadership, nothing happens. In the absence of leadership, nothing happens. And you all make it happen. You make it happen every day.
You are leading our staff. We've talked about this before. If you want to take a step and look behind you, you'll see a bunch of your staff members, a bunch of your community members, a bunch of the students that's following you. Anybody can put the badge on. Anyone can actually have the title and the position of a leader. But if you look back and no one's back there willing to follow you, you're just a person in my title, and you're probably even more just a boss. And I appreciate all of you all for stepping up to that challenge and willing to continue to be a leader.
SMSD's athletes got their own thank you after an outstanding year at the Spring Athletic Banquet.
The 2024-2025 academic year was a remarkable chapter in Stafford MSD's athletic history. With participation in 19 sports under the UIL, our student athletes showcased resilience, dedication, and excellence both on and off the field. To celebrate these achievements, Stafford MSD hosted its annual athletic banquet, an evening to honor our student athletes and send off our graduating seniors in style.
Well, this is one of the best events of the year. This is our Spring Athletic Banquet, and I am so proud of all the student athletes here at SMSD. They've proven that they're not only great in the classroom, they're great on the field. They're as great on the field, and we look forward to celebrating them this time of year, and we just want them to keep it up.
Whether on court, track, field, or pitch, our Spartans competed with pride and heart, defining what it means to represent Stafford.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dawn DeBose, and I'm the Chief of Schools for Stafford Municipal School District. And today I would just like to congratulate all of our student athletes who work so hard on a daily basis to get their books, but also make sure that they're out on the field and on the tracks and on our tennis courts and in the swimming pool, always doing their very best to represent our school district. Go Spartans.
So just wanted to say thank you to all our supporters, our parents, teachers, all the administration that support these kids. We had to have something here for them to say thank you for all the time and effort that they give to represent this program. Just wanted to make certain that everyone had an opportunity to come out and see them and say, congratulate them on everything that they accomplished.
The night began with Coach Savannah, who welcomed guests and reflected on this year's triumphs, milestones, and the strength of Spartan spirit. Coaches from every sport took to the stage, recognizing standout athletes for their perseverance, teamwork, and achievements throughout the season. In attendance were key district leaders, including Superintendent Dr. Robert Bostic, Dr. Don DeBose, and Board President Manuel Hinojosa, each showing support for the athletes and pride in their accomplishments.
Just want to say congratulations to all our wonderful Spartans, especially the seniors, as this is your last hurrah as a Stafford Spartan. And to the athletic department, congratulations and thank you for all that you do to get our kids to where they're being successful on the field and off the field. Congratulations, Spartans.
We're here celebrating our athletes, our tremendous boys and girls athletes that dedicate tremendous hours to competing and representing SMSD at the very highest level. We've had the pleasure of having many events that have participated and competed at the most highest level at state and regions. This is a time to celebrate those athletes and their families for all the tremendous efforts that they do, dedicating their efforts to making Spartans shine. We thank them for their efforts, and we're here to celebrate them. It's a great evening.
Closing out the evening, Superintendent Dr. Robert Bostic offered inspiring words, applauding the athletes for their dedication and thanking families and staff for building a culture of success.
I have the best kids in the world, best students, best student athletes, best coaches, best teachers, best parents. They love kids. We need to make sure that the community understands what we're about. Thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate it.
It's a small world after all. Next. When I was a kid, like a lot of others, I was into building model kits. Thing was, I was absolutely terrible at it. So it's a little refreshing and humbling to visit the work of people who are not terrible at it at Model Mania. This may look like your typical flea market, but it's far more specialized than that. It's the dealer's room from the annual Model Mania event at the Stafford Center.
Okay, it's IPMS Houston. We are affiliated with a national organization, IPMS. We build scale models, all subjects, all scales, airplanes, cars, ships, people. If you can model it, you can come to the club and show it to us, whatever. Show this year, our theme is 007 License to Build. A little play on the, the 007 license, How we came up with it was probably come up with something different. I mean, we've had so many things over the years, movies, certain years, like 1944, D-Day, 41, Pearl Harbor, or just something. So we just came up with this. It had part of the thing with the theme is to find a theme big enough or where you can get enough subjects in it so that everybody can get in. You don't want one that's too subject-centric, like just aircraft or just armor. You need something that has a broader, and this one fit. I mean, there's enough in the franchise that you can almost find whatever you're looking for. I just like to build stuff. It's kind of what it came down to. It was, I was young, I liked airplanes. The box art, way back when, it just looked interesting, and then I started building them. It was just fun to build them. And some of the stuff, cars and stuff, you can get kind of creative with it too. You don't necessarily have to build it the way it was in the box. So it allowed me to do things that I couldn't do otherwise. And it's what a lot of these guys do. A lot of it is a history element to it. Well, we meet once a month at the Tracy G. Community Center in Southwest Houston, second Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. You can come out and join that way or get more that way, or you can go to the website, which is ipmshouston-text.org, and we have a Facebook page. Don't ask me what the address is, but it's IPMS Houston. You can find us there.
For Stafford Weekly News, this is Randall Williams. That's a wrap on our news for this week. Thank you for joining us. For everyone here at Stafford Weekly News, I'm Randall Williams. May all your news be good news. This program was produced on the Stafford campus of Houston Community College.